I think I had authoritarian parents.
Yeah, I think I had authoritative parents. They were really great.
Growing up, my parents set really strict standards of behavior, and they were really strict about my academic performance.
My mom was an authoritative parent. She was warm and nurturing to me always.
There wasn't a lot of open dialogue in my house, and I couldn't really talk about my feelings or about my thoughts.
She always had clear boundaries, so when I knew I was wrong when I was wrong.
I didn't get a lot of validation, especially when they were busy at work.
So I remember one time when I was little, my brother and I were playing together, and I hit him with this truck.
The majority of the time, they were always busy.
I was mad because I had set these rules for like the game we were playing, and he wasn't following them. And I didn't know what to do as a little kid, so I just threw the truck at him.
As a kid, of course, I wanted to play, but they just wanted me to stay quiet and out of their hair.
And immediately, of course, my brother pointed his finger at me and was like, "She did it."
They only really acknowledged me if I was doing something bad, something wrong.
Once he stopped crying and he was just like nursing the bruise forming on his arm, she came down and sat with me and talked about it. She told me that it was okay for me to have been angry, but it wasn't okay for me to hit him with the truck.
Also, rather than questioning why I was lagging behind academically and socially, my parents nagged and complained.
She told me that I should have come and asked her for help, make the situation fair in a way that like we weren't equipped to at that age. And then she told me that I wasn't allowed to play with my brother for a few days at least, and I wasn't allowed to play with the truck again.
There was no conversation between us, so we had a lot of misunderstandings. We just didn't get each other. I didn't know my identity. Like, I didn't know who I wanted to be or who I was, since everything for me was controlled.
I look back on that now, and I'm really grateful for how she treated it. She didn't punish me more than was adequate for the situation. And the punishments that I did have, they made me rethink my actions anyway, because they were just enough for me to be like, I don't want this to happen again. So I think that was like a really good way for my mom to handle the situation. And she did that throughout my life, and it was good. It really helped me today.
All I had was an internalized negative image of myself. It was kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I recall I hated school. I had no motivation to learn anything because I knew that it was never going to be enough for my parents. And you know, to this day, I still struggle with my self-esteem.
She always had clear boundaries, so when I knew I was wrong when I was wrong, and I couldn't really argue with it. So that really like helped me, the structure of that, but also helping me be independent as a child as well and learn from my mistakes.
Nothing I do ever feels right. And to be honest, I don't like sharing this with anyone. And not even to a person that would never say a bad word about me.
It really helped me build self-confidence, and I'm really grateful for that. It was really good.